just looking at some of these.
And me too. What happened with Sam during intermission? I think she just like hurt something temporarily. It happens, you know. We do a live show. I've left at intermission twice. She's great though.
Sarah has. I'm looking at another one that says Sarah has one of the strongest voices I've ever heard live. Oh my OMG.
Oh, that's so kind. Thank you. Um, I always have to make this like announcement that the recording was done 6 days after I got chemo, and it was not fair. That's not. It doesn't sound like I normally sound. Well, I wasn't there in July.
Have you read other Fitzgerald novels? It's so. What's your favorite? I have not read. I actually haven't read anything. I've read. I know I've read short stories. I can't remember which one. Which he wrote so many short stories, but I've read this like 4 times, twice even before ever having a thought of doing this musical.
Guys, you are so nice. Sorry, we one of us has to read while the other one. Yeah, Sam is live right now. She's doing a crumble cookie taste test, which I know you would be interested in. Um,
Just oh, she's doing a crumble cookie taste test.
yeah.
Overrated. Um, Guys, if you want to take one thing from this, just know that crumble cookies is a scam, and they are overrated as a cookie place. I can tell you so many different places to get a better chocolate chip cookie
That's
or any cookie. Really.
why don't you speak on that? Because I do feel like, if I may, your expertise, other than acting, is burgers and
That's
cookies.
true. So, thank you for giving me the space to talk about that. Really, burgers when it comes to burgers in the city, if you in New York, I think my standard go-to for a long time was J.G. Mellon, but it's kind of fallen off. They changed their buns recently. It's not nearly as good. Um, and but I would definitely go to a place like Minetta Tavern. I've heard Red Hook Tavern is great. 7th Street Burger is quite good if you're looking for more of a smash burger. Shake Shack is always classic, um, and just they're very consistent. So I'm sorry, I'm going to be basic when I say that. In terms of cookies in the city, Culture Espresso still probably stands tall. But you want to know what? Who I often hear it like people say they're overrated, but they're really not. Schmackery's is good.
Great.
Schmackery's is
Schmackers
good.
is good.
Schmackery's is good, and Levan is good, but it's just like that's a lot of sugar, man.
That's
Um,
a lot of cookie.
what burger would Tom and Myrtle like? Oh man, they would. Tom would take Myrtle to Minetta Tavern and get the burger basted in butter.
Heck yes. And she'd just be happy to get a free meal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh man, we went down to 97 when I started talking about burgers and cookies. Oh no, we're back up to 103. Okay, cool. Um,
Yeah, I did not bring the average of this live
uh,
up. I'm sorry. I should maybe like get off of it.
what are
I
your
don't know.
what are your favorite musicals? Um, other than The Great Gatsby. Sarah, what are your favorite? I really don't. Mine is pretty much Ragtime, and then there's everything else. I Ragtime was the thing that made me want to be an actor. Um, so that's pretty much it for me on musicals that I'm like super passionate about. That's not true. I did really like A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder as well. I thought that was really fun. But Sarah is a much better person to answer that question.
Oh, that's so nice. Well, I like the music from the Rodgers and Hammerstein era. I don't think they are perfect musicals by any stretch, but as a musical, I find a chorus line perfect, perfectly written and structured. My Fair Lady, perfect. The Fantastics, perfect. And I don't hate me. I love Book of Mormon.
I've never seen it.
Hello.
I've never seen Book of Mormon, but I think it's. But I've heard like it's really really funny. That was somebody. Oh, am I giving the thumbs up or is that? I don't know. Who knows? You guys on Wednesday. Oh my God, you changed my life. I'm so. Yes, we absolutely are going to go see both of those shows. We
Well,
definitely want to see Cabaret and Floyd Collins. Um, how does the car work? It's a golf cart.
the golf cart.
It's just a golf cart. It's just a golf
And
cart. And yes, I'm actually. How do I prepare and get into character? Um, I This is a really good question. I'm glad somebody asked it because there's been a bunch of questions about this. Um, I think that two things. Number one, I think that as an actor, it's not my job to embody a character. It's my job to communicate a character, which is different. So I always think of myself as being in the communication business. Oh, this is our half hour. Hey, it's a half hour call. It's Saturday night on Broadway. Tonight for Broadway, once again, have a full company on stage. Morgan and Sarah, personal day today. Daniel and Dr. Ryan will be doing the Broadway Care speech. Oh, hello. Oh, we know what's going to happen there.
we sure do.
Yeah. So, so how do I prepare and get into character? I really don't do like I'm not if I don't do really do that much. I kind of just sit here, like I'll play my guitar. I'll read stuff. It's not I kind of like to. There's a mental thing for me of like tricking my body into like, and I think that's this. There we go. That's better. And there's a mental trick of my body being like, you're not actually going to do anything really significant right now, so that I'm kind of surprised by it. I don't know if that's helpful. I know other people, but really, whatever your process is, you'll discover that the more stuff you do. Um,
Hi, so
Jason. Oh, so who are you going to say? Who do?
no, I'm just saying hi. Somebody said to say hi, so we did. Cause I'm nice.
Uh, why didn't they give you a mustache? Guys, I got to be honest with you. I had fake facial hair in a show I did right out of college, and it constantly fell off my face. We should all be grateful that I don't have a fake mustache. Also, a mustache for Tom. I've seen pictures of Joel Edgerton, and he has a little pencil mustache, and I'm sure he looks great in it. Not for me.
And I don't have facial hair because I shave it.
That's true.
So it was a character choice.
What's okay, Sarah? I've said my what Broadway. Well, what's your favorite line first off? Because they've asked me that a bunch.
My favorite line, and I don't say it, is open the whiskey, Tom. No, I'll make you another mint julep, Tom. That way you won't seem so stupid to yourself. I don't know. That just makes me laugh.
It's a good line. It's a really really good line.
It's a good line.
Do you believe there's more to Tom's story than what the musical shows? Um, there's definitely a scene in the book that I love, but that just really doesn't. And I'm happy that it's not in our show. But there's a scene that I would be curious about from the book, which is when where in the book it's Gatsby and Nick. In our show, it's just Gatsby they look in at the Buchanan mansion at Daisy and Tom sharing some chicken after the plaza. I've always been interested in what that conversation was like. We don't really need it in our show because that's not the story that we're telling, but it's something I've always been curious about.
What's this thing on? And I couldn't tell you my favorite part of the book because I've never read it.
Do either of you like Hadestown? So honestly, I've never seen Hadestown, the show. Sarah has. But I will say that I love the original Hadestown album, and obviously I love Eva and Reeve on this cast recording that I've listened to. But I've never actually seen the show.
Hi, Sophia, I think. Sorry, it just flew by. Yeah, we've been doing this for a long time. Since the paper mill to now, it's been a year and a half. And okay, so I'm seeing a lot of tips for performing, stage fright, all
Yeah.
that stuff. Uh,
Do you want to go or you want me to take it?
you can start. You're really good at it, and you say like more helpful things. Is this
The
just dead?
I think like I guess my I said this earlier, and so you can go back and watch it if you need a refresher after I'm done. But it's like the three things whenever I'm nervous or about performing is: am I breathing? Can I feel my feet on the ground? And am I focused? Am I listening to my scene partner? Those are the three things that I focus on. And the trick is being able to, in the moment that you're super nervous, being able to remember to do those things. And that's really that's those are my big three. Those are like my fail safes when I feel like I'm not, if I'm worried I'm not doing a good job. That's what I go to. Oh, Sarah, somebody wants to bring Schmigadoon out for a full run for you, and I think I'm in agreement, having seen Schmigadoon, that they should do that.
Hey, love it. We had a Schmigadoon cast member at this show today. Um, I think, all right, there's so many tips for stage fright, because um, I do suffer from anxiety and occasional stage fright. It's very weird. Some shows I'll just be like, fine, whatever. And some shows I will be like, if I perform the show, I'm going to die. Um, and I think like most panic attacks, it starts like 48 to 24 hours before. So if you're gonna perform in like your high school show or a concert or whatever, make sure like the days leading up to it, you're, like John said, remembering to breathe and be grounded and do all that stuff. There was an article about stage fright, which I agree with. It said to practice, like practice so much, because that will take away a lot of the fright. This also, now this is a conflicting tip. One said to practice when you are nervous. So you build up your tolerance for being
Yeah,
uncomfortable. That is true. I think that's true. And I think what's also true is practice when you're feeling safe and grounded, so you know what that also feels like. And then something that I use that I know that John has used, which I stole from Jen Simard, which is like, it's so silly, but it's the greatest tip I've ever gotten. If you have one of those ring lights or just like a spotlight or something, turn all the lights off in your home, your room, your apartment. Shine that spotlight on you, because that's going to mimic how you are on stage. And I swear it's that light in your face. And Terry Mann's wife said the same thing in the documentary, Every Little Step. That is really what kind of like makes you feel outer body. So if you can practice in your room with that light, I think that will also help recreate the moment. I feel like I'm talking so
no, you're
much.
not. That was all great. That was all great. Um, oh, she knows every little step. We actually both know every little step because Sarah
I made him watch
forced
it.
made me watch it. Yeah,
Forced is like, that's a big word, John. I loosened the ropes on the chair that was holding you down so you could be more comfortable.
that's true. That's true. You did. Hold on. I'm going. We got some questions in, like people dropped questions in the chat. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, Islanders or Rangers? Islanders, absolutely, unquestionably. Islanders, Mets, Jets, not in that order. Mets, everything, and then Islanders and Jets are down here. Um, Let me see. Okay, how does it feel to be an OG? How does it feel to originate a role, Sarah?
You know, first of all, it's great to originate because you have free reign over everything, and they kind of like cater the role around you. Like I even had major say in what the costumes looked like, and some of the lines I improvised are now in there. I've never done a show this long where now other people will go on to recreate the stuff that you came up with, and that's so it's strange, but it's also like super incredible and amazing. And theater is so ephemeral, and but that stuff is lasting, so that's pretty cool, like an album and stuff.
Agreed. Agreed. And I will say that, like, the other thing about it is with somebody like with these characters, I mean, I knew these characters for years and years before I ever got to, and I never ever would have guessed that in my career I would have gotten to originate a role like this. Hold on, somebody asked what my favorite song from Ragtime is, and I will say it changes all the time. Right now, I think it's generally the the night that Goldman spoke, which is the one where Emma Goldman is speaking. I love that song. I love a lot of Younger Brother stuff. He wanted to say. I also love everything that Brian Stokes Mitchell and Audra McDonald touch on that record. It's so good. But can I be honest with you about the Ragtime original cast recording? The thing about it that gets me is when you listen to it, it's the storytelling. It's the storytelling. You're affected as if you're watching them do it, and you can envision it. Like I implore you to put your headphones on and see the production. It's just so well done.
You can get a nebulizer, cheap one from Amazon, or you can get an expensive one from vocalmist.com. Hi, Florence.
What would have happened if Myrtle never died?
Well, in this musical, she would have moved to Ohio with her husband and had the baby.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think anything would have happened.
Oh, thank you, Wesley Pearson, for.
What is a role abroad on a role show that you're that's currently running that you would like to be in?
Jeremy's great, and somebody made this, and Jeremy let me have it, and she is doing great.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much, King Charles Cooper, Your Majesty. Uh, are you guys going to do the play tonight? Yes, Charlie Pollock. Do you want to come in here and make an
Yeah,
appearance?
Charlie, why don't you?
We could do all the unloved characters in one. All the people. We could do all the people not in New Money.
Thank you, Jason. I'm feeling pretty good.
Oh, who's that at the door?
I feel like
Oh,
we're in an
look,
episode of
everyone.
Mr.
It's
Rogers'
Broadway's own
Neighborhood.
Charlie Pollock.
Ah,
Hey, everyone.
Charlie!
Here we go. Hold on. So, there we go. Look at that. I was just next door. He was just next door, guys. Yeah,
Wow, John,
look at this.
shameless!
Look at
Shameless
that.
chest exposure.
Here we are. Here we are. Just everyone who's not in everyone's favorite songs. Yeah. We hardly sing in this. We play. Barely sing in this. Yeah. It's not really. Whose favorite? Come on. Whose favorite song is "Valley of Ashes"? Come on, somebody. Nobody ever. Never once.
Good morning, Duck. Oh, someone said "Good morning, Dick" by accident. I think not.
I think that's probably. Maybe that's what I'll say tonight.
I dare you to.
The funniest on-stage mishap. I definitely when the car didn't. You weren't here for this, but it was when the car didn't work. In the hall. My dresser just told me that my shirt is out in the hall if I want it. I don't know. Do you guys want me to throw the shirt on? I'm joking. I'm gonna go get prepared for work. Okay. All right. You don't want to hang
How
out?
do you
I do
prepare,
want to hang out.
Charlie?
Huh?
Let everyone know, how do you prepare for work?
Yeah. Do that while I get my shirt. Yeah. Well, today I watched 3 hours of UFC. So mixed martial arts really helps me tap into George.
Uh-huh. Oh,
So
wow,
you gotta
that's
say
that.
Oh yeah. No, now he's shirtless, so it's just me.
I mean, I
Sorry
dare you
about
to
it,
change
everybody.
the camera angle. Now, people who have seen the show, which most people on here have, you are underdressed with your
Oh, that's
secondhand
right.
suit, and your overalls are over it,
Uh-huh.
and that is how the magic happens.
And I cover this, and then you never know
You
that I
never
have a
know.
whole suit underneath Broadway.
And they put a little wig on you.
They do put a wig on me, which was actually my idea.
Oh.
Because it's we go back in time to when we met, and I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I had hair? And they were like, that would be funny. That's a great idea.
And
That's
they
a great
built
idea.
you. That's what was probably a $5,000 idea. Good for you.
Thanks.
I can really
And you
spend.
got paid $5,000 for that idea, I'm sure, right?
Clearly, that's how Broadway works.
Absolutely.
I meant the wig,
Yeah,
folks.
I'm super good at
Funnest.
spending other people's money. Charlie, what's
Same.
your favorite number? I like Myrtle's song "Before She Gets Run Over."
Oh my
Same.
gosh!
That
Thank
was,
you.
I
Yeah.
said that too.
Oh, did you?
I did. That's my
Yeah,
favorite number in the
it's a
show.
great number, and like I'm doing all my emotional prep during that song, and so like it's all tied together now.
The smoking thing is called a nebulizer, and it's just vapor water that
Salt water.
singers use
Salt
to
water. Yeah.
salt water to hydrate their vocal cords. It works really well. My wig's name is Deborah.
Can Myrtle do a backflip tonight?
I tell you, Kels, if I could do a backflip, I would. Um, oh,
What
thank
do you say?
you.
Oh, hold on, wait one sec. No,
The,
no, 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 no.
the
Um,
cigarettes, I don't have it with me here, but they are um, electronic, but they look really real. That's why they don't ash, but they do light up like real ones.
what's my wig's name? My hair. It's my is the
No,
first
your
name in
chest
hair.
hair wig.
Oh, yeah. My chest hair. I don't know if I can say that. The do a
Hey,
backflip
my
after
school
you
theater
get
is
hit.
going to see you tonight. All right. Are you in the audience right now, Juliet? After I get hit by the car, I get put on a stretcher, so I have to lay there like a beached whale. I'm sorry. But sometimes I say stuff to the men on the stretcher who are taking me out.
Sarah Hyland joined.
Oh, you want to boot me off and put
No, no,
hi?
we don't
Oh,
have to. No, she's just saying hi.
I don't know
No,
how
she's not coming on for
Instagram works. I think we already know that.
everyone keeps asking if we have a dream duet that we sing together, and I think I don't know if we have one.
Well,
Silence.
all right. Elena wants to know where do we want to go on vacation first? Um, where would I want to go on vacation? A beach.